I got the magic in me. Every time I touch that book, it turns into gold. Hey guys, it's Amy here, back again with another video. I was going to make a video about my favorite fantasy tropes for this week, but then I realized I already made one earlier this year. Oops. But that's okay! We're going for the next best thing! And what is a fantasy genre staple for me? Magic. I'm a sucker for a good magic system. But the system, maybe not always. More so the stuff inside of it. Different magics, even in the slightest of ways, make for excellent ways to spice up worlds. I'm still not running out of ways to create new magic systems for every novel that I come up with. And these are 7 different styles of magic and magic systems that have inspired me. So let's go, bibbidi bobbidi boo! Why didn't that work? Why didn't it come to me talking about the tropes? I don't think the spell's complete. Can you help me? You need to hit that subscribe button and ring that bell. I post new videos every weekend on writing books and digital content for authors. Does that still not work? Maybe I have to mention my own fantasy book, ASTER'S CODA Exposure. Available for you to buy in the description. It's a portal fantasy, it's great. Number 1, good guys, dark magic. I never realized how much I loved this trope until I started to implement it within my D&D characters. This is where somebody who is definitely good gets gifted a dark power, dark magic, and dark prophecies. Basically, everyone and everything in the universe is telling them that they are destined for evil, or the magic that they wield is evil, and they realize that they're kind of good at it, but they don't want to be. They see their gifts as burdens, whereas everyone else sees it as something powerful and incredible. I'm a huge sucker for this when they try to lean into it and use the dark powers for something good. How they grow and learn to accept their powers without letting it take over them and define them. Also, I'll be honest, the whole reason that I came up with this video idea was with a story I came up with that concept is roughly based on my Kids on Bikes character, because she is the epitome of this trope. Evil magic father included in the package. Buy dark magic, get an evil parent for free! Number 2, mind control villains. I already mentioned this in my fantasy tropes video earlier this year, but I have to reiterate it. Explain to you the true thematic value of how this trope absolutely slaps. Ow, my thighs. What makes a person bad is more terrifying when they lead people. When people genuinely believe that a crazy idea this leader set forth is right. Either they genuinely think it's right, or they've been manipulated into believing a right that is wrong. That this villain has a power to do this for the vision that they set forth. You know what's even scarier? When magic is involved. Mind control. Altering people's memories. Charming them. There is nothing more terrifying than the removal of decisions, choices, and free will. On such a huge scale as well. Literally every fantasy novel and series that I have come up with in the past 10 years has at least one villain with this power. It fits so well! It's reflecting our fears in our society today! Spoiler alert! Number 3. Swords with spells. There is only so many times and so many ways that an action sequence can become something totally unique. One way is the integration of environments. The other is when magic is involved. Martial fights with magic added to them break literally every boundary and expectation of fighting ever. I'm not talking a mage versus a swordsman. I'm saying that they're both. We're talking Ruby, Avatar: The Last Airbender, ASTER'S CODA Exposure. Shameless plug. This is especially cool when both sides have the edge of magic and weapons. When they have like polarizing magic too, even cooler. These are epic proportions I have yet to see accomplished in a live action cinema sense, and that is seriously underutilized in books. Number 4, power at a cost. The struggles that come with this are some of the greatest character arcs and conflicts that exist in storytelling. A character with dark forces or dark magic trying to take over them, and they have to fight to quell it down, and then use that magic to save the rest of the world from the other evil forces. When a character uses their power, it comes from something so bad that it corrupts them, so that every spell they cast is sacrificing their sanity. This shit is so good. Also featured in the book series that I'm currently writing. Power and Price is one of my favorite narratives to uncover, and I love, with passion, seeing people fight to remain good in spite of their powers and what it does to them. So to all the people who say that giving up magic at the end of the series and at the end of the book is the worst trope ever, why don't you try being a warlock for a day? Number 5, magic dictates personality. Again, among some of my favorite fantasy tropes. It has gone down the list since I made that video, but I still really enjoy it. Something just resonates with me when magic matches somebody's personality. I mean, someone cowardly wielding fire magic is ironic and kind of funny, but it's also very interesting to see people become like the magic they wield. That's a narrative I love. English class has taught me to dissect everything, and magic is no exception. If the magic that a character wields matches their personality in any form, I look at how they grow with the magic and more. It's just such a cool thing to look at. What magic would best represent your personality? Let me know in the comments. For me, I think it would be either illusions or enchantments. Not mind control, I mean, you know, non-villainous terms of enchantment. Number 6, the magically mundane. Historically, when it comes to technology, the feats that first arise are very big and untouchable. But as newer and bigger technologies come along, old tech becomes available for public use until basically everybody has it. Why doesn't that happen with magic so often? It really brings out the world to see magic used in such normal terms. Dishwashing being done automatically. Brooms sweep up the floor on their own, and familiars just act like regular nasty house cats. They're not actually nasty. I would bring up my cat and hug her, but she's outside somewhere, off on an adventure. So yeah, I'm a little bit done with magic being untouchable. I would love to see more unique ways that magic becomes almost like a smartphone, where news articles are the health issues that surround the overuse of magic and highlight new magical hacks. And number 7, one with the elements. Water, earth, fire, air, electricity, volcanoes, sand. It's coarse, rough, and gets everywhere. Memes aside, there's just something so classic and vanilla about elemental magic, and I say that in a good way. It's a proven system that works to establish the grounds for the magic system. I especially love the inventive ways that people can add different things to elemental magic. Fire wielders able to channel lightning through the heat and the static in the air. Air elementals being able to transmit diseases to other people and cause sickness. Earth elementals causing volcano eruptions. It's clear that people are never gonna run out of ideas surrounding elemental magic. And I can't wait to find more stories where they use this. Those are my 7 favorite magic tropes. Let me know some of your favorites down in the comments below. And like this video and subscribe if you're new around here. You can ring that bell to find out when I post more creative content. A lot of these tropes will feature in my books, including ASTER'S CODA Exposure. I've already dropped hints about what tropes feature in there. But yeah, if you love any of these tropes on this list, you're gonna love ASTER'S CODA. And of course, be sure to check out in the description my Instagram, my Fiverr, my TikTok, and my website. Stay creative, everybody, and I'll be seeing you in the next video.